Woo! What's up? So, for my unemployed, my underemployed, this is still a very interesting time. The $600 stimulus bonus, unemployment stimulus bonus is over officially, and now we're talking about a possible, or some question and say $300 bonus instead. So, what to do now that old thing is over and this new thing hasn't arrived yet, but you're trying to figure out what to do. Here are 3 things that are super important, because either way, unemployment unfortunately is not going to last forever and you don't want to be stuck out there. So here are some supplements, solutions, things to get you rolling so you'll be straight. The first thing, so I truly believe everybody has some type of extra talent, right? Something to contribute. So take that and earn you some extra money. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you type fast. I don't care if you are good at doing surveys. You can get paid for that. If you are good at public speaking, you could teach a course on that. You could go on sites like Demi, what's another good one? I think eCourse. There is a boatload of things you can do. Believe me. And if you have a following, you can do stuff like a Patreon. Like, there, you have so many options. It's not even funny. It's kind of crazy how it is, how many options there are to make some extra money. Now, how hard you go, how much time you have to do this, how much seed money. In some cases, that will, kind of differentiate how much money you'll be able to make from each thing that you might do on the side. But at some point, start making some money. So 1, you'll have a little more peace of mind. And 2, you can kind of curb this whole thing while you're waiting for this money to come to you, or you're waiting for your next job, or you're waiting for this business that you're working on to kick off, right? And you could even watch a video. Like, you could pay for a crazy amount of stuff. All right, number 2 might seem super obvious, but it's worth stating again because it helps. Simply reduce your expenses. So if you have Apple Music, if you have Tidal, Spotify, can it? You don't have to pay for music. There is a whole thing called YouTube. There are so many different things you can do. However, if you want to stream some Lorraine music, by all means, won't complain. But these little expenses that you have every month, the Amazon Prime, especially if you're not ordering a bunch of stuff, all these other little things, can it? You don't need it. You don't need this extra expense. So if you have cable and you ain't using it like that, can it? If you have a phone bill and you are not using the entirety of it, or if you don't need a crazy iPhone or really cool like that, if you don't really use it, downgrade. Reduce your expenses. So yeah, it's like go without saying, but it's good as a reminder. It's good as a confirmation that you're on the right track. If you don't need it, don't spend it. Even the rich do it. If you realize how much money Apple and Microsoft and all these other mega companies have to decide that they're not buying a bunch of crap. They are not touching their reserves at all. There are companies doing layoffs not because they're losing money in some cases, but because they want to make sure they have enough for a rainy day or a second rainy day, because we've already had one, right? So you do the same with your personal business of you and your household. Reduce your expenses. If you have Apple Music, if you have Spotify, if you still have Pandora that you're paying for, like cable, can it? There's things like YouTube, there's things like Instagram, there's other social medias popping up here and there. Colosso's one. New is one. There's a plethora that you can get the same types of things with them for the free. Get it for the free, y'all. Get it for the free. All right. And plus, you're probably in your group chats anyway. You're doing other stuff. You don't have to have that form of entertainment. If it's really something that you are diehard about, like see if the person or the entity that you are following has their own subscription service that it's probably a little cheaper. See if you can join somebody's Patreon that might be $2 instead of $20 a month, right? If you don't need it, don't spend it. You don't need to be giving out money that you can be keeping in. Period. And even do the same for your bills. Shop around for your car insurance, especially if you're not moving your car like that. Reevaluate your phone bill. If you're not using a whole crazy data plan or data period, like see if you can downgrade. See if you're on Verizon, they're excellent. They've been excellent. See about moving to T-Mobile. Heck, if you really don't need it and you have service in the area with them, move to Metro PCS. Nobody cares. Just like reduce your expenses. If you don't need it, can it. Keep your money in your wallet. 3, this is not so much of a how to make more. This is just if you really just need assistance, because sometimes it's like that, and that's okay. Like, there's nothing to be ashamed about with that. There are awesome resources in a bunch of towns, in a bunch of cities, in a bunch of states. There's this new phenomenon, the community fridge. See if your neighborhood has one. See if you can be part of it. If you have something to contribute to help somebody else who might be in that situation, like if you've been bulk food shopping, as we'll talk about later in another video, maybe you want to give a little something to the community fridge. There are so many community resources. There are soup kitchens still. There are all types of food drives. There are some funds to help people pay their bills, their electricity, insurance, car note. There are resources. So look at your city, your state website, see what resources there are. Go Google, go look on Instagram, see what community organizations are around who can assist you. Don't just sit and not be doing good quietly. Like there are things, organizations and people who can and do want to help. So make sure you look out for that. Keep your eyes open. Ask around. You don't have to ask everybody because your business is not for everybody. But if you need it, seek it out. Or have your ear open or have your heart open so it'll come to you. The information will come to you. But those are my tips for what to do now that the $600 is over and the $400 or $300 is on its way. And just to get you in a good spot. All right. Check you later. Bye. Tink.
to figure out who sent you, and why I'm comfortable telling you what I've been through, and why you comfortable telling me what you've been through. I guess the unthinkable happening if it's meant to. What we doing at this diner at 4 in the morning? What we doing at this diner and one of us yawning? I don't even want food, just a cup of coffee. I know I'm falling asleep, but please keep on talking. I heard you order pancakes, I'm waking up. That's enough to make me think about us making love. That's enough to make me think about our wedding song. If you say it could be cruising, let's get it on. No jokes, all facts, no contemplating. And I never heard of love at first conversation, but it's the first time for everything. You said it could be cruising, here go the wedding ring.